Welcome to PHP Podcast. I'm Mike.
And this is Orlando, and it's time for another Monday mini-sode.
Yeah, we're bringing in this Monday mini-sode by giving you our predictions about Q4. Now, you may not know this. Yeah, you may not know this, but we've been working on our what are the skills, like not telepathy? What's the thing that people use to like
crystal
channel?
ball?
Yeah, I don't know.
ESP.
We're working on our fortune telling is what I'm saying, and we've got the insight.
And this is not financial advice.
So if you want a palm reading or like a future reading, feel free to call in or leave a comment. We'll tell you about who you're going to.
This kind of reminds me of I watch these crypto guys, and they're like, I said this back on this day, and look at what happened. Like, we're not going to do that. Now, I do think we'll probably react to our own video and go like, how off were we?
Yeah, how off did we?
Yeah, but I really think everything's lining up for some of these things to happen, and hopefully this will help you and direct you, but this is not financial advice. So just
but you could say it's not financial advice, but we're giving information out, and pretty much everything we give in our podcast can be used to financially improve your life. So in a way, it's advice that you can use financially,
but we're not liable for it.
We're just not like telling you like this is what you should do, because we're not. This is experts. What we're doing. We're just people. We're just human beings that have a desire to like resell and stuff. So that's it. We're just giving you our perspective. So do with it what you want.
We'll keep this to a mini-sode. All right. So here's my thoughts. Here's Mike and I's thoughts on Q4. I think this is a lot of these are obvious. They're blatant. So, but I really think Chris's buying is going to be even earlier than before.
Yeah, I think, and here's what's weird. So I definitely think there's going to be a spike in earlier buying because there's a lot of
talking about like beginning of October.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz about the fact that there's shipping shortages. People already know things are taking longer. So I think there will be a significant increase, but I still think with that, there's going to be a lot of people waiting to the last minute when there's not going to be stuff. So there's usually already not stuff, but when you're talking about shipping shortages and supply chain breaks and all of that, this might be where as a reseller, you can really capitalize. So one, the early Christmas shopping, you're going to be able to get those higher prices early. And two, even if you're holding on to stuff, instead of pulling the lever right away, you might be able to hold off a little bit longer, because at the end, when there's nothing left in stores because things aren't, able to be shipped as easily, you might be able to do okay.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the item too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I will say that the items I've been selling right now on Amazon and on eBay are items that I didn't think were going to sell till end of October, and we're in September. Right. So if you have toys, if you went on that clearance spree, back in June and hit up all the Walmarts and all the stores that were going on clearance and you haven't listed them, list them now. Because I honestly believe 100% that people are going to be buying way earlier, just because right now there is that kind of that fear and concern, like what's going to be available in 2 months, and people are buying now. All right. This one, I'll run with this one. I think Amazon's going to be king still. I think it doesn't even come close when it comes to Q4. And I'm talking specifically about selling toys. I'm talking about new items. Amazon holds that spot. eBay's great. You can still sell stuff on eBay. And I know a lot of people that do well. But I've mentioned before where one item can sell on eBay, and on Amazon, that same item could sell 20 or 30 times over in a faster amount of time. So if you haven't jumped on the Amazon train with Merchant Fulfilled, there's still an opportunity. I don't think the day has closed. It's only closed if you haven't sold something Merchant Fulfilled before, I believe, like August 15. But you still have that window. And I don't even know. I haven't gotten an official email about their holiday selling requirements. So maybe that's not a thing. Maybe anybody's going to be able to sell Merchant Fulfilled. That means items that you can store yourself and sell via Amazon. But I'm telling you, I think if there's ever a time to sell in Q4, I think every Q4 is it. But this Q4, I think Amazon, because the reason I say this, we've talked before on the podcast, Amazon has their own fleet of planes. They have more vehicles now. They have more warehouses. And so they're going to be able to do a lot more business. So I think Amazon is still going to run things here.
Nice. Our next one is sellers who are able to ship quicker are going to be far more profitable. Now, I feel like there's two reasons for this. The first reason is people want their stuff, right? When you go onto Amazon, you go onto eBay, especially as we get closer and closer to December, and you're seeing that expected delivery date getting longer and longer, further and further out. If you can get it to them quicker, people will pay more. right? If you can get an item out, if you've got a track record, you're shipping same day, you're shipping next day, you're shipping the fastest shipping options, you're going to be in a much better place. Some things are out of our control. USPS is going to slow down, right? When those things slow down, everybody's affected. But if your competition is shipping stuff out tomorrow, but you're willing to go to the post office today, that one day might be enough to make the difference, right? Because people want to make sure they have their stuff. They might be traveling for the holidays. Maybe they're going to be sending it to somebody. So you're definitely going to be more profitable there. And the other way you'll be more profitable is just think about having all of your ducks in a row. If you know the boxes you need, you already have the supplies, you've already got the routine down of, I'm going to pack and be by the post office before they ship out on every day at this time. You've got all that stuff down. You're going to be able to get more items out quicker, more money in your pocket right away, which can get you more capital. And there's a short period of time there where you can keep going, right? You're still going to Target, you're still going to Walmart, you're still going to Ross, you're still going to wherever it is you're going, and you're picking up items. And the more capital you have free to be buying more items, the better off you're going to be. Now, if you haven't been paid for an item yet because you haven't finished shipping it and you're still waiting to see a return's going to come and all that stuff, you're just slowing up the capital that you have in that short window to keep going out and grinding and getting those hot items.
Agreed. So I know it sounds like common sense, but remember, even though I said Amazon will be king, if things get really crowded and things slow down, as an eBay seller, you may have that advantage, because if people are sending stuff to FBA, they're at the mercy of when Amazon ships it out. But if you have that inventory in stock with you, you're going to be able to ship things out faster. That's why there's a good case to be made for merchant fulfilled. And also, I say cross-listing things to eBay in Q4. All right, the next one, toy inventory is going to be more scarce and harder to find. And everything we've read has said this. And I truly believe that's going to happen. The containers are just stocked up. You keep reading stories of there's containers of stuff. And
a lot of them are stuck in ports. Like right now, Miami, and one of the ports is like on a strike. So there's containers that are sitting there trying to find homes in other ports, right? So like when that kind of stuff happens and there's issues, I think there was another canal blockage recently. It's like when that stuff happens, it slows everything down, because you got to realize it's like traffic. One car hits their brakes and the ripple effect of that can go back for a long time, right? So maybe that specific item that made it from China to here, wherever to here, that toy is ready to go. But if there's a backlog of other items that have been sitting for a week, your item's going to sit out in port for a while.
Yeah. So definitely make sure that when you see inventory and you know it's going to make you money, I'm not going to directly tell you to clear the shelves, but it's probably a good idea to stock up, because you don't know when those items may come back. And I would say of all the last few years of Q4, I think restocks are going to be less likely than in previous times.
Yeah, very good. And I think our last one, the secondary market, specifically things like eBay, I think are going to play a larger role this year than they have in the past. And there's a few reasons for that. One, since the lockdowns and people being at home, a lot more new users have gone to eBay in the first place. Those new users are already going to be more comfortable with, hey, I can use eBay to buy things. Two, if the hot items, the toys aren't in stores, they can't get them, and the prices are exorbitant on eBay or on Amazon, they're just out of control. People might say, you know what? We'll go used, or we'll get something else. We'll find something on eBay. That's fine. And the other thing too is, there's a lot of people who have been really negatively impacted over the last couple of years. And so we've talked a lot about things like the stimulus and things like that have been causing an uptick in people buying. But there's some people who are recognizing, like, my position at my company is maybe not as durable as I thought, and anything can happen, and I want to be more frugal with what I'm spending. And so more and more families might decide, you know what, we're going to do a couple of used things this year. I want to spread my money a little bit further. And so eBay might be somewhere where they're turning. So instead of spending $100 on a Lego set, they might be willing to buy a bulk lot of Legos off of eBay, right? So be willing to put stuff up on eBay, even new and used, but secondary market, I think, is going to see an uptick because people are being a little bit more wise with their money, and it's gained in popularity, right? People,
the market's not slowing down.
Yeah.
So take a look. This is our predictions for Q4. 1, earlier Christmas buying. 2, Amazon will still be king. Sellers who ship faster will be more profitable. Toy inventory will be more scarce and harder to find, which is going to cause prices to go up. And last of all, secondary market will have a larger play via eBay in this Q4. So hopefully when we react, we'll be right about these. But in the meanwhile, these help you have a better idea of what to source, how to source, and where to sell to have a profitable Q4. And with that being said, make sure to be real,
be relevant,
and be reselling. Lates.
Peace.